Hello everybody, I'm on a Nekopara episode 12 anime review. The best way to end a series like this is of course with everyone's favourite kind of episode, a beach episode. That's right, beach, swimwear, other beach. I hope that YouTube doesn't think I'm saying a bad word. I'm not, I'm saying beach, like by the sea. Anyway, in case you are your first finale you've seen, in which case hello. I'm going to go through the episode, which will probably be quite brief, not too much to talk about actually, to be completely honest. You know, beach episode, seen it before. And then after that I will talk about the series as a whole, what I liked, what I didn't like, stuff like that. But no, you know what, I'll save it for the end. I was going to do a little bit there. We'll save it for the end. First, let's go through the episode. This episode, that's what we'll do. Let's do this. We open up with Maple cooking and Cinnamon sticking her head in the fridge and Coconut just sitting hogging the fan and Azuki being the only one doing any work. Basically, it's a really nice day, it's really sunny, and you know what people do at the sun? We're not quite there yet, but they go to the beach. Then health tests, chocolate and co, which is Vanilla and Cacao show up and they do their health test as well. They do the eyesight tests, which Shigure is definitely using as a form of subliminal messaging. Easy for me to say, although it's not really. She's not being discreet with it. It's pretty blatant. So yeah, there's that. Cacao then eats watermelons with chocolate, and they spit seeds. Good stuff. And then they all decide let's go to the beach, but Shigure is like, nah, we gotta do something important first before we head to the beach. What could that important thing be? It's swimsuit shopping. Of course, and that's what they do. We get a little montage of them all shopping and stuff. Cinnamon being a perv. Then they dress up Cacao for a bit, and then Cacao buys a giant floaty fish. So beach is good. Later on, Chocolate is training Cacao in the bath on how to hold your breath underwater, basically, and Cacao is very devious. She like splashes her face to make Chocolate think that she got a face wet, but actually she didn't. It was very clever, and it probably got the biggest chuckle out of me this whole episode. So, Cacao, you win Chuckle of the Week award. That's what you get. And then at the end, of the first half, Chocolate blows up the floaty at home, almost kills herself doing it. Casho wasn't concerned; he was just on the phone. And then they realise, oh yeah, we got to do that at the beach as well. So, you know, shouldn't have done that really. Doesn't matter though, it's not the end of the world. Then we get on to the meat of the episode, the beach episode. We see everyone in their swimsuits having a good time. We see a montage which is done in the form of Shigure's pictures she takes, which is at least a little bit more clever than just a regular montage. I'll give it that. It's like pictures, like pictures, snapshot pictures. That's at least a little bit more clever, you know, than just here's some stills, you know. I'll give it a little credit for that. Only a little, because it's not the most ingenious thing ever. Later on, they lost Cacao, which is less than good. Well, they see her out at sea. She's drifted away on the floaty. Some random girl saves Cacao. Like, never seen this girl before in my life, obviously, because she's a new character for this episode. Don't think we even got her name. Then they go to her family's shop to eat some food and decide that they're going to advertise for her, and that they do. I forget what everyone does. I remember that Cinnamon and Maple do some singing to attract a large audience, and then they tell them where they're working, which is at the thing. Then they work all hard at the shop as well and stuff. So yeah, basically got them out of the red, I guess is a good way to put it. They probably weren't even in the red. Oh no, they probably were, because they had no customers on a pretty busy day at the beach. You know, it's not great. Shigure afterwards, after they all work hard, Shigure has an interesting proposition for them. And then the next day on the news, we find out that they got some of their cat girls of their own. So now they're like the cat girl store at the beach. I thought they were gonna have like a partnership with the La Soleil, and there could be like the cat girl network. I have no idea what I'm saying. But yeah, that was basically the end of the episode. There was a post-credit scene, but it was just a shot of the the La Soleil, and everyone was there saying like, hello. That was basically it. Thought they would have announced something. Not a second season, because I don't think that's happening. But like something to do with the visual novels, maybe. But no, they didn't. It was just this is the end, bye. And that was the end of this week's episode. For a finale, felt kind of flat, but I don't really know. Maybe the last week should have been the finale with Kakao doing the old reading the letter at the end. That would have been a nice finale, I think. I know beach episode is beach episode, but maybe that's just me. Anyway, I don't really have too much else to add on that, so let's talk about the series as a whole for a bit. Because if we look at it objectively here, it's not that great. Like, I've very much enjoyed myself, don't get me wrong. But objectively speaking even, it's not a great show. It is pretty it's pretty generic, pretty, bog standard. I'd give it a few plus points because it's Nekopara, and I like Nekopara. If you don't like Nekopara, I don't think this show is going to convince you to like Nekopara. Like, it doesn't completely, it feels Nekopara enough, but there are some points when just like, hang on a minute, doesn't feel quite right. Is that just me that thinks that? Maybe it is. But I would like to stress I have enjoyed it, and just seeing a proper Nekopara anime is bizarre in itself, in a good way. Everything should get an anime. Flipping, what's the news should get an anime. That'd be pretty weird, but they should do that. But yeah, no, I've enjoyed it. I think Kakao was an original character, and the original scenario itself was a good call, rather than just, adapting the visual novels. I think that Kakao, at least, like, she had a little bit of growth throughout the show, and that helped it a little bit. Whereas everyone else is sort of just, this is how they act, other than maybe Chocolate and Vanilla doing the parenting thing. The others, they basically act the same throughout, and I am kind of curious how this sort of fits in to the timeline, which is such a weird thing to say, the Nekopara timeline. Like, is this canon? I guess we'll have to wait for the next visual novel to see if Kakao's in it. And if she is, then yeah, it's canon. They should put her in it, but not like that. They should put her in it as just like she's there, but she, you don't do the, because that's wrong. Let's please not do that, guys. But yeah, Nekopara, it's been enjoyable enough. It's not been great. I think if you don't like Nekopara, you're going to be way harsher on this show than I am, and that's completely fine. I've enjoyed it though. I definitely have enjoyed it. That's for certain. Could have done with being maybe a bit more unique, because a lot of it kind of came down to just slice of life antics with Nekos, as opposed to Neko-related slice of life antics. Like, does that make sense? Like, they sort of just put them in the scenarios that are already written, as opposed to writing scenarios for the Nekos. Maybe that doesn't make a lot of sense, but it makes sense to me. So yeah. So in short, I liked it. That's my opinion. You're bound to disagree. Anyway, I'm going to start repeating myself if I keep going for too much longer, so I guess I'll wrap up here. Thank you everybody for watching this review, and if you've watched all of them, then all of them as well. It's been great to have you here. If you're curious what I'm going to be watching next season, at some point, I think this weekend, I'm going to be putting out a what I'm watching next season video, so check that out too. I will see you in whatever video you decide to watch next. Take care, and bye guys.